911 emergency.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. The tank was just pushing guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one car here. You got to take the picture to the woods. Quick burn.
Okay, now run that by.
The one I talked to home. I sure ran into him.
Ah, you ran into him. Okay.
That's the first guy.
You need an ambulance?
Yes, no, I need the call.
Okay. Is anybody hurt? Hello? Hello?
On August 8th, 2013, Brandon Lawson and his girlfriend LaDessa Lofton got into an argument between 10:45 and 11 o'clock p.m. They argued because Brandon did not come home the night before, and LaDessa thought that he may have been on DRUGS. Brandon had suffered from substance abuse problems in the past, but he had been clean for 6 months. Although a family member did report that they believe Brandon may have been under the influence the night that he disappeared. Around 11:30, Brandon called his father and told him that he was going to be coming to his house in Crowley, Texas, which is a 3-hour drive. It was reported that Brandon did in fact leave his home at 11:54 p.m. to go to his father's house in his silver Ford F-150. Shortly after midnight, around 12:30 a.m., Brandon called his brother Kyle Lawson and told him that he had ran out of gas and he was pulled over on Route 276. Kyle reported that while on the phone with Brandon, he said that there had been 3 men that were chasing him out of town. So Kyle, his wife, and his car, and they drove to Brandon's home where he had just left from, and they got a gas jug to take to him. And during this, Kyle tried to stay on the phone with Brandon, but he was having a hard time because Brandon would only talk for a few seconds and then he would hang up. At 12:50 a.m., Brandon called the police, and that's the recording that you heard at the beginning of this video. At 12:56 a.m., just a few minutes later, a man called 911 about a truck that was parked in a hazardous manner in the middle of the road, and that truck turned out to be Brandon's. So between 12:50 and 1:15 a.m., Brandon made and received multiple calls to his brother, his girlfriend, and neighbor and the 911 dispatcher. The sheriff and Kyle arrive at Brandon's truck a little after 1 a.m., and Brandon is nowhere to be found. And Kyle was on the phone with Brandon, and Brandon says, "I can see you, I'm right here," but neither Kyle or the police officer could see Brandon anywhere. Then at 1:18, Kyle calls Brandon, and Kyle said that he seemed out of breath, and he said that he was bleeding.